Hello everybody, Dr. Schwaz here, and today I'll be showing you guys a speedrun tutorial on Harbor. But typically this map is done either forward spawn or reverse spawn. This will be a different version where they spawn right up top on both sides of the horn. So you come in with the typical setup: one scout, one engineer, one sniper, and a siphon soldier, and we typically run a hammer. It's pretty effective on this map. We get the boss to spawn and the verse to spawn. So. Alright, now there is a few stationary spots. The soldiers will be in the spawns. We need one of the soldiers to be right on this crack, right where I'm standing. So just pretty much right there. The soldier will plant sort of grenades in this shiny area right here, basically the squared off area down here, just on the walls, on the ground, pretty much on the walls if you can avoid on the ground. Please do. And the other soldier, get off the wall, is right about here. So, the first soldier usually is the hammer soldier, where the boss will be, and the soldier right there was the siphon soldier. He will plant right over here, where I'm shooting in this area. Walls, floor are fine. Just right around here. The scout can stand right up in there in that edge, and then run to each side, double the power. You usually will have a decoy blocking that small overflow. That way the scout can kind of move around a little more. You can kind of sit sort of just at these edges, these pillars, run down and get the power. Anywhere up here is fine. Typically the side where I'm facing is the siphon side. So the scout would want to be positioned that way, double that money first, run over to the hammer side, double that, whatever, scoop it all up, and then go to the fab, which will be a slightly different location, but pretty close to where it already is right now. The engineer, in order to push the enemies to the right spawn where the siphon is, the engineer can sit right on that third barrel on the left. And what this will do is a hard push about 80 to 90% of the enemies from the spawn right next to me where I'm shooting all the way to that spawn to maximize the siphon power. So you can have the sniper sort of take the NG spot and sit there, and then the NG can sit there and push the rest of the game if they choose. Now if the NG isn't pushing, you want to make sure that he's pretty much off that complete platform right up there, sort of behind the ammo box, behind the soldiers, around the fab area. You might cause lots of ones if you're up there by the winch or anywhere near that deck. Boss spawns on that side, so we want to block 3 spots. On the siphon soldier side, you want to plant or a grenade or a fortification right about there on that yellow line, right into the yellow line in that piece of metal. A decoy right there will block him from spawning on the siphon soldier. And you'll also want a decoy, which this would be behind the sniper or behind the fab, right about there. block the boss, and then a final push spot to block is right there. So another decoy there. Blocking all three of those spots will push the boss to the hammer soldier spot, which will be where the boss basically spawns right at the edge of that crack. The perfect spot to put the decoy is just right in front of this blue dashed line, so the carrier snatcher can just aggro right to it, and a hammer can just nail it right there. Nail that boss. Gets you a pretty quick boss wave. The basic setup, engineer wise, you basically will have a couple sentries right there. Typically what I'll do is when I upgrade them, I'll put them at the ramp, shoot them down the steps, and then probably a sentry or two in this area. Sometimes they'll come out, or they'll spawn in that back hallway on those side stairs. And the same thing on the other side, they'll spawn sort of in the back there by that little step, so I'll have some sentries there, and about 1 or 2 sentries down here, and then about 2 sentries once they're level 2 and 3, shooting down into the spawn from this side at the ramp. Last thing is a fab, and it pretty much goes, turn it around and just put it on the wall facing behind, and that's pretty much it. Just make sure it's even, and that's the run. Thanks for watching.